Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine by the grace of Allah. Today we are going to read a chapter from your textbook, Mr. Sharp's Fish, which is at page number 87 till page number 93. The students, we don't have to do any exercise of this chapter. We just have to read this chapter. So place your books in front of you and let's start reading this chapter. At page number 87, we have the chapter Mr. Sharp's Fish. Mr. Sharp loved fish. He did not keep them as pets. He liked eating them. Mr. Sharp worked hard when he had some money. He always went to the market. He bought fish for his dinner. Sheena, Sheena, he shouted when he got home one day. Look at this fine fish I have bought from the market. What a beauty! He held the fish up so his wife could see. Please cook it and we shall eat it for dinner tomorrow, said Mr. Sharp, smiling. At page number 88, we are reading. Early the next day, Mr. Sharp went to work as usual. Sheena, his wife, finished the housework and then cooked the fish. Soon the smell of fried fish filled the house. The smell crept out into the garden, gently drifted down the road, and entered the house of Sheena's friends. Two of them came to see her, not because of the smell, but because they wanted to find out if she was well and happy. Oh, how nice of you to call, exclaimed Sheena when she saw her friends. Do stay and have some lunch. How kind, said the first friend. Are you sure? And what have you cooked today? Asked the other. Not fish by any chance. Yeah, it is fish. But that is for my husband. That is for my husband, said Sheena. Then, after a moment, she added, how did you guess I had fried some fish for lunch? Doesn't it smell wonderful? Sheena and her friend sat down to eat. Half an hour later, there were 3 empty plates. Page number 89. We are reading at page number 89. 3 empty plates at the table. There was also an empty dish and plenty of bones. All the fish was gone that evening. Mr. Sharp hurried home. I'm ready for dinner, dear wife, he said, rubbing his hands together and sitting at the table. What a lovely smell. I'm starving. Sheena served her husband some noodles and boiled vegetables. Mr. Sharp looked most surprised. What is this? He said, picking up a noodle with his fork. And what are these? Students, we are reading at page number 90. He stabbed the boiled vegetable with his knife and looked at his wife. Noodles and vegetables, mumbled Sheena, suddenly finding something interesting to look at on the floor. This is what we are having for dinner tonight. But where is the fish I brought yesterday? Asked Mr. Sharp angrily. Oh, the fish, that naughty cat ate it, replied Sheena, bending her head over her plate. Mr. Sharp turned red. He gripped his knife and fork so tightly that his knuckles turned white, but he said nothing. The following week, Mr. Sharp came home with another large fish. A fish for my dinner tomorrow, he said to his wife, and keep the cat out of the kitchen. But when Mr. Sharp got home the following day, his wife once again had no fish to give him for dinner. Mr. Sharp turned purple, and just as he was, we are reading at page number 91, students, and just as he was going to explode, Sheena cried, what can I do? That naughty cat ate the fish. Mr. Sharp was very, very angry indeed. The cat ate it, he whispered. Are you sure? Yes, replied Sheena hurriedly. The cat took it. Mr. Sharp jumped up from the table. I shall deal with that cat right now, he said, and he rushed out of the dining room. He looked all over the house and in the garden. He looked down the road, but the cat was nowhere to be found. Mr. Sharp returned to the dining table and sadly ate his dinner in silence. That night Mr. Sharp had a nightmare. He dreamed that he was a very large fish. The next week Mr. Sharp brought home a huge fish. Look at this beauty, he said, placing it carefully on the kitchen table. It weighs exactly 2 kilos. Now don't let the cat get it. I shall have it for my dinner tomorrow. Students, we are reading at page number 92. Sheena cooked the fish, but again her friends came. They ate up all the fish. The next day there was no tasty fried fish for Mr. Shah. Where is the fish? He asked angrily. That naughty cat ate it, replied Sheena. This time Mr. Shah found the cat. He picked it up gently and took it to his wife. Come with me, please, he said to his wife. Mr. Sharp marched out of the house carrying the cat. His wife followed closely behind. Mr. Sharp entered the shop next door. He went straight to the vegetable section and found a weighing machine. He put the cat on the weighing machine and bent over to peer at the dial. The cat sat on the weighing machine. It was wondering what was going on. The shopkeeper came to see what was going on. He stood there with a puzzled look on his face. Mr. Sharp pointed to the dial on the weight machine. He turned to his wife and said, "Look, what does that tell you?" We are reading at page number 93. "What do you mean, dear?" asked his puzzled wife. "What is the weight?" asked Mr. Sharp. Sheena studied the dial. "It says 2 kilos, she said. "Yes, it does," said Mr. Sharp. "My fish weighed exactly 2 kilos. This cat weighs 2 kilos. 2. You say that my fish is here, then where is my cat?" Sheena had no answer. That was your story, written by Nicholas Horsburgh. Students, as I told you that we don't have any exercise of this chapter to do. So, all you have to do is to practice reading. Take care, students. Allah Hafiz.